Hi, I'm Jason Russell, and welcome to Fable 42 here on Twitch. You are watching the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game set here in Albuquerque, where I live and have never learned to talk, apparently. You can catch us every single Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Twitch, and then a replay on YouTube on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. And we are coming up. I think this should be the last episode for episode 5, The Order.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, no pressure. I mean, listen, it could go off the rails and it could keep on going. So we'll see what happens. So let's see who it all happens to. Katia, do you want to go first with player character introductions?
Yeah. Hey everyone, my name's Diane. You can find me on apparently I can't speak either. On Instagram as the Pretty DM. And you can find me in a cage here on Monster of the Week as Katia Rose. I'm playing the Monstrous Playbook, half vampire, half human. And I am trapped and being drained of my coolness.
No, you were cool before the transformation. GW, let's go with you.
Hey everyone, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005. That's 2 B's and 2 zeros. I am playing Clavon Whispers today, which is just a simple average college kid. Nothing big, nothing crazy. He is the Divine Playbook. It's gonna be fun.
Right on. Bridget.
Hi everybody, I'm Bridget. You can find me on Instagram at string_theories_. Also here on Fable 42, here on Fridays, and on Wednesdays I play Kree Skyborn in the Realms of Ukador. Super duper fun. And I am playing Suki Buchanan. She is a 70-year-old art professor at UNM in Albuquerque. And she is heavily tattooed and also heavily into the occult because she can talk to ghosts. And she's the spooky playlist, so she is your spooky grandma.
Your spooky grandma.
Spooky grandma. I think I need a t-shirt.
No, you do, for real.
I'm going to figure it out.
My name's Chris Solo. You can find me at DM Chris Solo. That's 2 S's and 1 Olo on all the social medias. I play the Expert Playbook. That is the Expert Playbook. My name is Ryla Reed. I am the leader of this band of misfits and the bringer of death and the pew-pews, and I'm going to bring Betsy and do all the... I have a headache. Oh.
And I'm Jason Russell, and you can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and a sign of the times and the end of the world, surely, TikTok. You guys, real quick plug for sponsorships. The only sponsor for this game, apparently, is Critical Dice, the company that I run. Please head over to thecriticaldice.com. Use special code FABLE42 to get 20% off any non-subscription product, like the dice bridge is showing off right there. Yes. Please use that code so we know who sent you. Yep. No.
Yeah.
Also featured not in this game, a D20. So we're playing Monster of the Week. It's D6s versus a weird and scary world and the things that go bump in the night. And hopefully our hunters today can bump back. Let's, with that, go ahead and get into our episode with our trailer.
Pew pew bump bump.
It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles.
Oh wow, today is going to be a good day. So our players have met back up with Chet. They have formulated somewhat of a plan to lure the Obsidian Order to the Frontier Restaurant, the scene of episode 1, actually, where they know there is a dampening field that negates supernatural powers in exchange for something that they will surely figure out. Meanwhile, in exchange for Katia to get out. Meanwhile, back at the magical sucking cages, Ezekiel and Katia are being sucked of their magical essence, while Katia tries to. I need to stop saying suck. The problem is suck, right?
Siphon.
That's the problem. Siphon.
Yeah, it's
drained.
Anything else? Because I
Just-
sucked.
I'm going to play a no card on myself. As they are being drained.
Said the no word.
I didn't know that the no S word was suck. All right. Last time I'm going to say it. Yeah, we said at the top, chaos. Okay. As they're being drained of their magical essence with a desperate plan to get out using her normal 23-year-old socialite from New York strength. What could go wrong? Okay, so I know what I want my first scene to be, but do you guys need to do any more planned stuff before we do that? Because Quavon has agreed to take his grandmother to church tonight at 6. So there's a chance to do some planning before that, but I want to give you guys a chance to do that before I literally take Q to church.
Well, since Q has to go to church, do me and you want to check out the possible? Sorry, what's his name again? The
Maxwell?
Not Maxwell.
Oh no!
The alien.
Eubank. Dr.
Eubank.
Eubank.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What-
I can do
I
that.
What's
wanted to call him
y'all's plan?
Utrecht for some reason.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
You can
But-
call him
I
that.
would
See if
like-
he's there. See if we have an actual Eubank to use. To
What-
Eubanks.
What
Yeah.
is y'all's plan? Did
So
you
before we would
find
do
out?
that, I would ask Chet. So these cages aren't at the military base; they're somewhere else.
No, they're back at the rail yards, and one of the other ancillary buildings aren't being used, and we just connected it with the door. So you could either like go to the room itself, or go in through like the main place where we took you the first time, and go through like that first door on the right by the bathrooms, and that'll take you straight into there.
Now, would I be walking through portals from that portal guy, or are they actually at your
Well,
base?
if you go through main base, it's a portal, but I could also show you on a map where like the real room is, and if you went through there, you would go into the real space. So there's 2 ways to do it.
Show me on the map.
Okay, so it shows on the map, and there's a big room, a big kind of like hangar for doing repairs for trains, and that's where they had all this stuff set up, like the shooting range, and like a dormitory and that kind of stuff. And then on the other side of the rail yards, probably about 100 feet away, is a smaller like storage facility that he said is not being used, and that's where they're being kept. There's a portal linking the two directly, or you could just go in through a regular door in that other smaller space.
And as he's saying this, and I'm looking at this map, I'll say to him, Chet, you said that you didn't want to go back to the hideout last night because you didn't feel safe. Did your team reach out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I've got like 4, 5 messages from Zach, all increasingly angrier and angrier, and I've just been kind of ghosting him. I don't. Yeah. Unless something happens, I'm not going back there. I might quickly order. This is nuts.
Let me see the text.
Yeah, sure. And he hands it to you and shows you, and there's scrolls through, and there's a couple of different messages.
Cool.
I mean,
Gotcha.
do you think I should take my battery out, or like, I mean,
I don't know. You're the tech guy.
Right. There's one other thing that I should tell you guys, and also apologize for. I knew things weren't right, and I mentioned it before that I had a backup plan. I put C4 in
We
their
know.
radios. How do you know?
I already took it out.
Found it.
Okay, in my defense, when I did that, I didn't know we would be teaming up with you guys, and I only thought the Order would be using those. So I'm very glad that you found it and took it out, Riley. But that's why I couldn't do that last night, because I knew you guys had radios too, and they're the ones that I modified, and I didn't want to blow you guys up too. But if you guys took out your explosives, then they probably still have theirs in their radios. I mean, if I did it right now, with all the magical mojo going into them, I doubt it would do anything but make them mad. But that's another tool in the tool belt, I guess.
Keeper.
Yeah.
Thinking back to the place where our that powers are nullified. When we were there, our powers weren't nullified, right? So would that only be the monsters, or?
So it's not real power.
Well, so here's the thing. So when you were there, it wasn't working, which is why the paintings were coming to life. You guys recovered that device, and you had a cue, and you teleported back to the workshop at Riley's request so he could tinker with it. And he got it working, mostly by mechanical means and also with a little bit of your divine power. And he realized it was a dampener. And even I said at the time, it's a good thing this thing was turned off, because you're not sure he could have even teleported here if he had it on him and it was on. And then you guys ended that battle by activating the thing. So unless I'm mistaken, even if you go back and watch that episode, no one used their powers in the frontier while it was on.
That is correct.
I did. I threw a whammy at one of the John Waynes and it didn't work.
Right, because it didn't work against that kind of projection thing that it was, but the device wasn't in effect yet.
Oh, sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right. You're right, though.
So no, that
you know what you're talking about.
that is an excellent question, because that is absolutely something you would remember, Q, and you are now realizing that if that's the plan, Suki and Q might not have their powers while they're there too. It's a truly even playing field.
And I let them know.
Okay.
So that's something that we're going to have to keep in mind. One, we won't have Suki's telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
Two, all you'll have will be that gun. Three, I won't have anything but the sword.
You got a big ass sword now, sir.
Yeah, it goes, which sword? What sword?
I have Kyle's sword.
You have Kyle's sword?
Yeah, it's mine now. It's a trophy.
That's the team leader's sword. That's like, he's gonna want that back. Like, if you guys are looking for a thing to like entice them to come, like, that's pretty. I don't know if it'll do it by itself, but that's pretty good.
I'm gonna get really close, really uncomfortably close to Chet, and my eyes are gonna start glowing gold. I want them to come for it.
Yeah, probably could arrange that.
So let me just understand this 100% is we're going to get them into this place. The dampener's on. Their magic's going to be diddly squat. Y'all's magic's going to be diddly squat. Are we looking to fight them mano a mano and then blow them up as backup plan, or
like you could capture them and then raid the base and get Katia, or this could be a distraction? Like I think Miss McKenna, you said, like if they're at the frontier, then they're not at base, and then Q or Riley could be sneaking into free her, and if you cut the power supply or destroy the circles, then there's no transmission, and then you could fight them or capture them with your powers, because they won't have any really. Although Kyle does know a little bit of magic, and
Hang on.
anyway, but
You
not
gave
like
me
he does now.
you gave me a brilliant idea.
Okay,
Where are you going to be in all this?
right here where people don't have fangs and grenades.
Cool.
I have a strict policy.
So hang on. Now let me figure this out. So if I can go get Katya,
Mm-hmm.
and you two gonna draw them out, and then it's just gonna be a little brawl or what have you. The dampener only works inside the building.
Yeah.
So if y'all get them outside, then you're on your own. But if I can get Katya and get her in what's his nuts out of the cage, then they lose their powers regardless, and then you just kick the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna post my gun, and I have a device that I'm gonna try to do where it looks like I would shoot from somewhere. I used to do this back in the day, where it was like a remote, where you would hit like a little button and my gun would shoot, but then I'd be shooting from somewhere else. It would look like there are more people out there, but it's just me. So if they're like,
Yeah,
"Where's
I saw-
Riley?" and you're like,
Yeah, I saw that in MacGyver one time. That's a great idea.
you know, or maybe it's just laser pointer, and the gun just kind of moves a little bit. I don't know, and it would look like I'm there, but I'm not really there.
Okay, so hunters, what's the plan? Is this are you luring them to the frontier, and if so, with what? And is this a takedown mission, or is it a distraction while someone else sneaks in to help break out Katya?
Suki and Q are going to lure Kyle and probably the whole posse. The whole posse. You need to get them out. Her and I will lure them with the sword to the frontier, so that Riley can get in there and get Kat out. Since he's already pointed to the two ways that we can get to that place, Riley knows how to get in, how to get out, and any other technical thing that only Riley knows how to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
When we're there, we're going to try to keep them within the establishment. But if we get a heads up from Riley through a phone call or through whatever, then we'll try to lure them outside, because we're going to be outnumbered. It's going to be 2 against 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be 2 with powers against 3 regulars.
Without, yeah.
Which means we would have to do this under the cover of night when the place is shut down, so there are no people around to see us do what we do.
Yeah, that could work. Or I mean, even if you do it at night and like while it's open, there's less likely to like be a brawl if there's like innocents. Oh no, they don't really care about innocents. Yeah, maybe after they close.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys have a way of getting inside after?
Well, would they?
We
would
do.
Would they care about causing a scene? Would they? I mean, like it would be quite a thing to see 3 people with large obsidian weapons attacking a defenseless grandmother.
I like roll my eyes as I like look at Suki. Remember, they left a giant werewolf with a huge gaping wound at the theater. They don't
It's
care.
true. They don't really.
but,
They
like-
don't really care. They just kill everybody in there.
Yeah, I don't think they really care about like bystanders, because like we have an oath to like stay secret, but like that oath isn't like isn't about like defending the weak or anything. It's just about killing monsters, keep it secret, keep it hidden. So even with like their kind of like weird messed up brain chemistry, I guess right now, like they super don't care about innocent people, and but I really doubt that they would like brandish mystical might in the middle of a crowd. So I mean, maybe doing it after it closes is the best way.
Sure, that works for me.
Okay.
And the plan is to take them down, but not kill them.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
If you can take them down, like I can call in reinforcements. I can let the order know what's going on, and they can send a team to take care of people who kind of go off the farm. You know, it doesn't happen a lot, but like they have protocols for this. I didn't want to send them into like, you know, a death machine of vampire hunter things until I knew there was a plan. So I could do that.
Riley, once you get Cat, how long is it going to take you to get to us?
I mean, I don't know. How far away is that?
Yeah, about 20 minutes drive in the truck.
What about the teleport thing?
Oh. Riley, if you get her out, go back to the HQ and go in the other door. It leads to to the Hummer. It'll probably be parked in the parking lot.
Sure.
That would work. Riley, I have a spare key.
Well.
And he hands you the Hummer key.
I think we got a new ride.
A new ride with portals on portals with it.
Leading to the bad guys. Ooh.
Put a bag of holding in
Fix
a
the
bag of
porters
holding.
later. Yeah,
All right.
I mean, that sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll set up the beat. He's been texting me, so I can tell them that I got a hold of Riley and they have your sword and they'll meet with you and they kind of want to get their friend back. So I mean, not promising anything, but that they'll meet you here and here's the time, and I want to stay out of it.
Good. I'm going to turn around, start walking out because Q has other plans. But as he's walking out, he'll say to both Riley and Suki, since we have time, you might want to go check out that werewolf's family. And I leave.
Yeah, I mean,
We checking him out, like if he has like a little werewolf babies or something, or
I'm not sure. I mean, the
Well,
werewolf definitely.
Detective Grant
gave you
gave
the
us-
address, Riley.
gave us
Yeah.
the address and the information for the werewolf's family, and he said specifically, this is me out of cute character. He said specifically that Riley was not to do the talking, only Suki or Kat.
Yeah.
and that was just to what condolences? Like, what's the purpose of doing that right now?
Well, I think he gave it to you originally to help you try to figure out what had happened, but you guys were able to figure out what happened without that. But you do have that contact info.
Well, also, I think I would like to know what is going on with this coming back to life Eubanks.
Yeah.
Do we want to swing by his place real quick and
Sure.
then see if he's around, see if there's, this is just for, you know, my personal, because I saw that boy leave. I saw him hop on the express train to whatever alien afterlife there is, and it's very weird that he's back.
All right, cool. So I'll do this. Q, we're gonna do church, and then I'll do Eubank. Katia, I would like you to make three weird rolls, please.
No.
2 weird rolls. A 37. That is weird.
9?
Okay, 9.
8?
Mm-hmm.
And an 11.
Excellent. So over the course of this day, you've been able to kind of willingly let it zap your strength, and you're exhausted. You haven't really slept much, and you certainly haven't eaten or fed. So you think you're pretty close to having been siphoned enough that you're still vampiric, but now when you try to break out here in a few hours, you'll be trying to do it with your normal human strength. Your hands are like blackened from where you touch the side of the cage, kind of almost like smoking a little bit. But think about all the vampire movies where they touch something like a cross or something and they kind of start to smoke. That, and you're pretty drained. And Ezekiel has been kind of incoherent and not really talkative most of the day, laying on the ground, and you feel like he's hanging on by a thread. It's just kind of the update for you. But yeah, just to kind of keep you in that loop.
You can do it, Ezekiel.
Q, you have, I'm guessing, Riley drop you off at your house?
I was gonna leave them to do what they had to do with going wherever they needed to. I was just gonna hop on the bus and go home.
Yep, great. Hop on the bus, you go home in time to get changed and cleaned up. And like your mom said, she was out, and so it's just you and your grandma, and she is ready. She's dressed. She's got a red dress on. She's got a nice hat. And you haven't probably been there in years, but you know where the church is. It's over on Asuna. And you take, do you know how to drive? Just curious.
Yes.
I'm hoping so. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I asked that, knowing like, no, that's be bad. And you take her old car that she hasn't driven in a few years because of the stroke. And you guys drive out to the church. And you guys take a seat kind of middle way back, and it's good. Like, you haven't gone to church in a long time, but like the music's a little better than you remember it. And you're sitting there, and the pastor gets up after about 30 minutes of music, and he begins his sermon. He says, tonight we're going to be looking at failure, fear, and faith, all through the lens of Daniel chapter 3. And what it looks like to go through a trial. Now, the story so far, for those of you who are Bible students, know that Daniel has already interpreted the dream of Nebuchadnezzar, and things have been going good for the refugees from Israel. Daniel and his three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But the only thing that hasn't changed is Nebuchadnezzar, who never seems to learn his lesson. And so we're at it again. And he begins to read in verse 4 of Daniel chapter 3, and you realize that you're kind of like a little zoning out, because this is, something you were kind of maybe mom tricked into doing, and you're kind of like zoning out, and you hear the pastor say, and Q, for you especially, you can't give up. This isn't a punishment. And you snap up and look, and he's looking right at you. And no one else in the congregation seems to notice that he's talking right to you. They're kind of nodding their heads or taking notes, like they're hearing something else. And the pastor's eyes begin to glow. You are still my chosen champion. I haven't forsaken you. I just needed to recalibrate you, to give you a new mission. Your team is important. You were always destined to stop an adversary that could end your reality. But now it's important. Quavon, your team cannot die. You must protect them. Make sure they make it through today alive. It's imperative. Do you understand, son?
I do.
And his whole body is glowing now as you're talking.
Dimfla?
It's good to see you, Q.
And Q tears kind of like starts to fall down his face.
You can do this. Get them out safe. It's going to be okay. It's about failure, fear, and faith. Success doesn't always look like the way you imagined.
Recalibrate me.
And you hear, amen. And you, like that, and your grandma's like hitting you in the elbow and the side, like giving you that, why you falling asleep in church, boy? Look. And the pastor's walking back off to the side, and the band's coming back out to play the final song, and you're just like, the heck? And church service is over.
Whoa. Yeah, Grandma. I guess. Yeah, I guess I didn't needed that. I guess you're right.
All right, and so she kind of like waves to a couple of people and gives the pastor a hug on the way out. And the pastor's standing at the back door and shakes her hand, and he looks at you and shakes your hand. So hope to see you again sometime, Q.
Yeah. And like as he's like shaking my hand, I like kind of like pause for a second. Just like kind of like get like a little close and get kind of like a closer look.
We don't really do confession here. We're Protestants, but
No. Yeah, you. Great sermon.
Thanks.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, see you next week. And that's where we'll close that scene. Now, Suki, you wanted to investigate Dr. Eubank. Are you going to the house or to the place where he died?
I think I want to go to the house. That seems like if I had to go back from the dead, I would go back to my house.
Okay. All right, great. So
The
you're
thought
able
process
to...
isn't deep. It's
Great, yeah. So you make it back to Hibben's house, not too far from the university, and it's much like it was where you saw in episode 3, except, of course, that Eubank isn't there, or the name he was going by then of Stephen Santamore, but the cat is still there, and rubs up against Riley's legs again. Seemed to like him last time, and if you want, you can absolutely start that weird roll to see if you can't call up the spirit of an alien.
yeah.
Someone feed the cat.
Yeah, the poor cat's starving. She opens up a can of tuna. So that is a an 8.
An 8. A mixed success.
Excuse me.
Okay. So you reach out with your spooky vision and you're trying to call up this spirit, I guess. Like what in your mind, what is this process like?
I think Suki also doesn't like quite know what she's doing. Like she is like, I saw Eubank a minute ago. I know that Eubank died. Was that the ghost of Eubank? If there's a ghost of Eubank, knock one for yes, and or just show yourself. I'm real good at looking at ghosts. Hello? And just kind of like call out into the space and be like, is there something here? Is there somebody I know?
Yeah, so you're kind of like keeping the antenna open for several minutes, concentrating, and there's no vision, there's no manifestation, but you do get an emotion. You get a feeling that didn't originate from you. And it really is a mixture of 3 things. There's a feeling of peace. There's a feeling of hope. And then there's a feeling of incompleteness. If that makes any sense. Like a longing for a missing piece. Like, well, to be honest, it triggers for you kind of how you felt after you lost your husband. Like you're good with it now, but a hole like that never really closes, right?
It's that deep.
Yeah, and so there's you feel that longing of something missing.
Well, whoever you are, I can feel that, and I understand that. Is there any direction you want to point me in? Is there anywhere that I should be looking? Like trying to just get more direct with it.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you're going to get with that roll, and that's kind of where it ends.
All right.
Riley, do you do anything with that cat?
No, but I'm looking around to see if anyone has been in here since then. If it looks like it's been lived in.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because okay. I was double checking something on Suki's playbook. Not make you roll for it, but you go to the kitchen to try and like find some food or something, like a can you can open for the cat, and you find in the kitchen where there was some food, but there's a couple of cans missing, like based on the dust, and you look at the cat's food bowl and there's new food in the bowl.
Oh, Suki.
What's up, baby?
Well, it seems like someone else has been feeding the cat.
I knew I saw him.
Why don't you just do the little reach out and
Oh,
diddly
I
bits?
tried. The house is just, it's telling me, hope and deep longing, and I can't get anything else out of it. It's a useless vibe.
Are you trying to
Me
reach a
useless.
ghost right now?
Well, yeah, I was just trying to.
No, I'm saying try to reach him as if he was a person, not as a ghost.
Oh, I mean, I've never called. I guess
Well,
I could
can't you
open
do
my
that?
telekinesis.
You do that little thing, yeah.
Yeah, I normally have to like know where they're at, but I bet I might as well try. You know what? Like, this is gonna be a weird day from top to bottom. New experiences, new whatevers, and I'm gonna try to telekinesis out to.
All right, roll that telepathy. Roll the plus weird.
Come on. All right. Well, it's a 9.
Success. You don't make contact, but you do feel like you brushed up against someone. Like you were concentrating on him as though he were alive. So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to telepathically reach out to someone that you only know as an acquaintance who you've only met like once and you don't know where they are. You brushed up against it, but you couldn't like connect.
Which tells you
Really
that
got
he's
There was
alive.
something there though.
I think he might be alive at the very least, which is.
Hang on now. Don't I have his
Weird.
damn number?
Do you have his number?
I don't think that you do. I don't remember him ever having a cell.
Oh. Well, how would my guy contact him?
He wouldn't. He always contacted Hibben. Hibben's the connective tissue between Montgomery and Eubank. Are you to call Hibben's old number?
Isn't Hibben the cop that's alive?
No.
No, Detective Grant.
So Detective
Oh,
Grant is
right.
the detective who's alive. Hibben taught your mentor who taught you. And Montgomery was the alien who was part of Hibben's old team back in the 40s to the 70s.
Yeah, who was
So the
pretending to be
werewolf
Eubank.
was Montgomery.
The werewolf...
I thought the werewolf was Hibben.
Eubank pretended to be a werewolf to fight because he's a shapeshifter.
Because he's an alien.
And the
That's
real
Eubank.
werewolf from
That's
this
Eubank
from
and
this episode.
Montgomery.
No, Montgomery is not Eubank. Oh my gosh! you
I'm
guys.
sorry, I'm deeply
It's okay.
confused.
Now I'm even more confused.
Riley was taught by a man named Montgomery,
Yes.
who's now deceased.
Yes.
Montgomery was taught by Hibben, a legendary monster hunter, apparently,
Yes.
an archaeologist who was active during the 40s.
And
to
Eubank
the
was
70s.
pretending to
And-
be Hibben.
And Eubank was an associate of his, also a professor at UNM, who really was an alien and pretended to be a werewolf.
But we're in
Eubank.
Eubank's house right now.
We're in Hibben's house where you met Eubank. And the real werewolf was dead at the Lobo Theater at the beginning of this
Got it.
arc, 10 episodes
I'm
ago.
gonna call Hibben if I have Hibben's number.
Yeah, I think you would have it because of the code book and stuff. And the number is disconnected.
Oh, all that.
Yeah, no, like it wasn't so I could just tell you it was disconnected. It was because I could tell that you were clearly confused about the players and their relationships. I'll draw a chart.
Thank
No,
you.
I got it now. I thought that I would have Eubank's number because of the connections, but
No, yeah, you guys met him that one day and then fought the stone golem.
And this is why I write those really fun blurbs.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Check the chat. They figured it out like 2 minutes ago. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. So what time are you guys meeting at the frontier? Like 2 a.m.? Going after it closes?
Yeah, after closing time, about an hour after close.
Okay.
Know
And
everybody's out.
you indicated through a sly look that you're going to get Eddie to open up for you?
Oh, wait.
Okay. 'Cause that's what I was picking up, right?
Oh yeah, you picked it up.
Okay. So your friend Eddie, who works there, he meets you guys about 2:30, and to let you in, and he's just like, hey, you're not gonna like blow stuff up or anything, right? Like, I mean, you saved my life, and I'm really grateful, but like, I need this job.
The plan is to not blow anything up.
Okay.
If it gets too heated, then we will
Take it outside.
take it outside.
Right. So is this like are you guys like checking on like the painting stuff, like to make sure everything's okay and I don't have to keep seeing a therapist? Is that what's happening?
That's a part of it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go then because that's terrifying. And I'll catch you later, Q, and we'll do something normal, okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Bye, man. Love you, bye.
Is it easy for me to like lock up after, or like,
Yeah,
just...
he gives you a key and he's like, this is the extra, just I'll come by your house in the morning to get it, okay?
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, great. So so it's Q and Suki at the frontier. Riley, did you set up your
Yes.
sniper trick across the way in the thing? Great.
I did, and then I gave Q a little clicker.
Okay. So yeah, so he gave you a next slide, please clicker that attaches to basically his setup in the parking garage across the street where you guys were before. And what does it do when he clicks? It turns on a red dot or it fires?
No, it turns on a red dot.
Okay, because you told me both things. I'm just trying to make sure.
I did.
Okay, and so you make your way in the truck down to the thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. So,
I have a question real quick for Riley or for Chris. Q would know what that little red dot does, right?
Yes. I mean, I would have told you, yes.
yeah.
So what does it do?
Yeah,
I
tell
don't
me
know
your
what it does.
intention.
The red dot is just a marker for a long-range rifle. So you just see like the red dot on your like forehead. I mean, someone's watching you from afar.
Right. So his intention is like if they're like, well, where's Riley? And you like under the table can click it, and you're like, he's got our backs.
Okay.
So let's
and
just
then
keep this.
and then
cool.
you'll see the dot.
Gotcha.
Right.
And would have taken Suki's car and left my truck up where the rifle's at.
You mean you would have asked Suki to?
You
use
would
her
have
car.
asked me kindly in order to get my most precious possession.
That I helped build and fix? Yeah, Miss Suki, I'm going to need to take your car to go get Miss Katia.
Please.
Please.
The sword is
All right.
in the trunk. I guess I could just take it out because it's closed. Yeah, I'll take it out.
Yeah, just check it
Yeah.
out. You're fine.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking my rifle with me.
Oh, heck
All right.
yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you these keys. Now you be careful, all right? Like I don't want y'all grinding my brakes or anything. It's a real slow transition onto any stop, okay?
Miss Suki.
Look, I know you know, but that's my baby, okay?
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Yeah. Maybe you'll offer to put back the passenger side rear view mirror.
Yeah, I know that's
Which is
still,
still
just, like,
not on,
totally
yeah.
hanging off. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, just because things are going to pop off here soon, anyone who still has harm because you slept last night, you can take 2 off. You can
2 off.
recover 2 harm.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, so Riley, you get down to the rail yards. Are you going through the portal or going to the building straight?
Ooh. I'm going to go to the building straight because the portal
Okay.
would be a backup. Alternate
All right.
exit.
Great. So you arrive and it's pretty dark. There's a few like little like street light style things on, and this building is just so innocuous. It's so like just like no one cares, but you know this is where everything's inside. And there is a a front door. There's a couple of windows that are all like closed up and have like some bars on them. And there's a back door that you kind of like scoped out. So far, you haven't seen any movement or anything, but that's the kind of scenario. It's a flat roof building.
Wow, man, this place is pretty inoculated. All right, I'm gonna find someone.
Don't ever stop. I mean,
I can't look at you because then I break. I break every time I look at Jason. I'm gonna find somewhere safe to park and back in, so that I have a quick way out.
yes, like two more. There's a bunch of these kind of houses, buildings. It's like 2 doors over. You can kind of park it pretty easily and sneak up. All right. So how are you going to get in? Yeah. Q?
I'll wait till you're done.
All right.
Did we set up a time when they were going to go?
Yeah, like they're going to be meeting like here any second.
Okay.
And you don't know if there's any other like defenses or difficulties.
Would
so,
I
like,
have seen them leave is the
better.
question.
Oh yeah, they would have had to, like, the quick mental math is they would have had to leave to get there in time before you ever arrived. So you estimate they've gone about 10 minutes.
Okay, so I know I would assume that my question was I was wondering if I would get there soon enough to actually visually see them leave.
You can if you want, yeah. I would say that's your goal, then you absolutely could do that, and you could see the Hummer drive away as you arrive.
Got it. Okay.
From across the railroad yards, because like the railroad tracks divide these 2 quadrants, and so you can see the big hangar over there. You see the lights come on and then drive away.
Got it. Okay. What is there a front or back door?
Yep, both, and barred windows.
I'm going to. Do I see any cameras anywhere?
Yeah, no cameras.
No motion sensors, nothing.
No, again, it seems to you that their philosophy has been obscurity is the best security.
Okay, I'm gonna check the front door for traps.
Read a bad situation. Roll plus sharp.
Oh god. Plus sharp, you said? That's 8 plus 3. 11.
Good grief. Hold 3. Best way in, best way out. Are there dangers we haven't noticed? Biggest threat, most vulnerable to me. Best way to protect the victims. While he's doing this, Katya, I need you to roll plus tough. It's time.
Oh no!
Are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
Any dangers you haven't noticed? Yes. On the front door, as you're inspecting it, you notice that there are very faint runes etched into the door, perhaps either magically sealing it or protecting it, or it might be a side effect of the portal. 7. Great. Katya, as you start to like grab the bars like one last time, you kind of like almost like downshift, and you're like using your real like biology to pull this, and it's like chicken wire almost, and you're like pulling it hard, and it's like kind of burning and it hurts, and you can get it to move a little bit, but it's not quite. Do you think if you could weaken it some more, you can probably get it open? Riley?
Best way in?
Best way in, you're thinking maybe the back door, or if yeah, probably the back door is the way to go, and that door has a padlock on it. Looks pretty old and rusty.
Okay.
Like people aren't using that door.
Would I have any lockpicks or bolt cutters on me?
I think you would have bolt cutters in the truck. Yeah, that seems about right to me.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
doesn't have his truck.
I don't have my truck.
Oh, my statement stands. You'd have bolt cutters in your truck.
Sorry.
You'd also hit it with the butt of your gun. Like it's pretty old.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
All right, so just you hit it like twice and it pops off. Katya, give me another tough roll.
Oh, come on, come on. 5.
5. Now I want to submit to you something. You have luck. I'm not saying you have to use it. I'm just
use it.
letting you know. You haven't traded any of it away to some interdimensional mystical trio of hags or anything like that. What? No, nothing.
I feel
Sorry.
personally attacked. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that was a personal attack. Yes.
On to Suki.
So a 5. Okay. On a 5, you feel like it's getting ready to give, and you slip, and it cuts your hand for 1 harm, and let you fall on the ground. And you can mark experience for that. And I will give you something else. On the ground at kind of the base of these cages, you can see all of the runes etched along there too. And it occurs to you that there might be another way to do this. That either you could try to somehow mess with the runes now that you're trying to act as a human as opposed to a vampire, that maybe these runes would prevent a vampire from messing with them, but not a human. Or you can continue to find a weak point and keep working on the same place you've been working on to get it open. Riley, the door is open.
Okay.
I have a question real quick.
Yes,
Sorry.
please.
Technically, I remove 1 harm when I get harmed.
Not in this cage, you don't.
So. I thought so.
Yeah, those things are
just
not
wanted to
working quite right
clarify.
today. This is a day of losing powers.
What do I
Albuquerque.
see?
Okay, so you walk in, and this seems to be a small storage area. And there's cleaning supplies, like bleach, that kind of thing, some paper towels, some and like a really old mop bucket, and the door is ajar, and you can hear you think someone cry out or curse or something like that, in desperation. So and you can see a faint glow coming from around there too. And Katia, as you're on the ground, you also heard a bang bang coming from somewhere outside.
As I peek into that room, what's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat. This is your last hold.
Yeah.
In this room, you can see that this is probably the next biggest room. In this room, there is kind of 2 chairs and an old coffee table, like a break room almost. And coming off the left-hand side, there's another door that's also open where the glow is coming more intense. And there is, sitting in one of the chairs, they're back to you, someone sitting there wearing black combat boots. Q and Suki, the Obsidian Order, walk into the frontier, and it's just Sophia and Zach, and Kyle's not with them.
Which one was Kyle again?
The magic
That was
user.
the magic dude.
Suki, Q, you're up. So you guys are sitting at a table, I assume, because you have the laser beam kind of situated where you want it, from what you guys said.
Yeah, I would say that I'm sitting at a table eating a cinnamon bun.
That you stole from behind the counter? Great, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a standing order from Eddie? Never mind, go ahead.
Yeah. He left it for us.
It's a
We
good
paid for
standing
it.
order.
I just kind of give Suki a look.
Well, welcome in.
And I stand, and I'll kind of from the seat I'll pull the onyx sword, bastard sword, and kind of put it on my shoulder. Came here for this.
At least for that. Now, Chet said you guys had some kind of cockamamie idea about trading the sword for your vampire. And that's not going to happen. But I'm coming out here with that sword one way or another.
How'd you know about her?
Sophia goes, game recognizes game. She flew just like I did.
Yeah, but you ain't a vampire, which is very interesting.
Oh, so we're doing story time now? Okay, fine. He sits down with his vest, which he has a new one now, comes to the shoulders, his big arms, he's got a skull cap and his beard. And he sits down, and Sophia kind of looks around, making sure you guys are alone. He's like, yeah, I'm sure Chet explained it to you. We got a, I don't know, Russian roulette of the vampire's powers. I got his strength. She got the flight. Kyle got more magical energy. Can't really figure out why or how to dial it in. Maybe if only one of us is wearing it, we all get all the powers. But yeah, that's how it worked. Which means there's no way I'm leaving here without my sword. And there's nothing you guys can do to stop it.
Q takes out his phone and sends like a quick text to Riley. Magic guy not here. Send.
I think Suki is gonna see that and her whole thing is like, keep him talking. The longer that they're here, the less time that they're at their base.
Right. And Sophia kind of finishes doing a kind of a cursory like perimeter sweep almost, and kind of comes back over to Zach and says, "Where's Reed?"
I click the button.
And it hits right in the chest of Zach. He's like,
He's around.
"You really think that's going to stop me?" She tried her best, and I'm still standing.
Something tells me that you'll have a more challenging time this time around.
They look at each other, and it's like, he scoots his chair over, and the beam doesn't follow. He goes, "Oh, I see. It's a feint. Good luck with that. So now that all the games are done, how about you hand that sword over and I let you live? Katia, make another roll for me. And tell me what you want to do. Are you working on the weakened spot, or you were going to get interested in the, I almost said distracted, but are you going for the magic circle?
I was gonna try and do something with the runes.
Okay, great. Let's pitch me. What do you think? Let's do act under pressure.
Okay. I have no cool, y'all. 7.
7. Okay, so you start to put your hand out. You can feel there's a little bit of like pressure to try to like pass the barrier, but you kind of keep pushing and your hand goes through, and you start to, and like it's like chalk or something, and you start to kind of start wipe it away, and it takes a little bit, but it's starting to wipe away. So if you think you keep that up, you might be able to do something there. Cool. Riley, what's your plan?
So I made a lot of damn noise to get in here. He didn't move?
Didn't move.
Do I feel like it's really him, or is it like a dummy him?
Read bad situation. Get any hold left? You don't, do you?
Well, I said what the biggest threat, and I don't think.
Yeah.
So just him being in
that,
the room was the biggest threat.
Yeah. Now this new question is occurring to you, so.
Keeper, did Riley get my text?
Yeah, let's do that actually. So while you're considering this, your phone goes. Nice.
You didn't put it on silent?
Actually, Solo hates having noise. My ringer's always on vibrate.
So,
I don't know if this phone does vibrate though.
Yeah, you can hit down on the volume and it turns to vibrate.
But it was still it's still loud.
Are you telling? I'm glad I know that about Solo, but is that a thing that's true about Riley?
I would say yes, but it's still loud.
Okay, fine. We'll go with the. I will allow that. I'm not gonna.
I just want to make sure it's canon. It's still loud.
No,
and
sure.
Bad timing, but.
And that happens, and you pause like, oh crap, and a hand just kind of goes out in the side of the chair, and erupts into flame. And Kyle slowly stands up and turns and looks at you with a.
I'm shooting him with Betsy.
Define your terms, please, sir.
I'm shooting him with my grenade launcher.
Kick some butt.
Killing all of us right now?
It's not that big. It's a boom. Yeah. We're in the break room right now, and I'm like
boom,
15 feet away.
Boom.
Yeah, there is a possibility of you taking some damage on this Solo, but okay.
Sure. Kick some butt. That's tough. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a 5 and a 6 plus a 1 is 12.
Nice. He turns, gives you a look like, really? And you give him like a, yeah, really. Boom! And it hits him square in the chest and goes off. And he goes through the wall. And you can see him about 15 feet further away than where he was. And there's rubble on top of him. And his arms are just splayed out. Katia, you hear this explosion. Ezekiel next to you starts to like rouse. And it's like, what's going on? They're coming
save,
for us.
Save your energy. Save your energy.
What? You're trying to get out. Work faster.
I'm rubbing the chalk as fast as I can.
Act under pressure. Last roll. Let's do it.
No.
That's what you
Pick
like to
your
call
hand.
an attention getter.
What we in the business call.
10.
10. Yes. So you're able to break it, and the nice. Okay. You're able to break it, and you make a clean, like, inch-long gap, and the glowing from those things go down. You watch it kind of cascade around to you, and then you watch it cascade and turns off on Ezekiel's circle as well. Because you got a complete success. And Ezekiel starts to like, oh, much better. And Katia, you can feel some of your power start coming back. And Riley, he's down for right now, but you know that both of the other order members took a direct hit from Betsy as well. So you don't know for how long. What's up?
Got it. So is he unconscious currently?
He seems to be, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put the C4 in his pocket, and then I'm gonna go see where Katia is.
Nice. Okay, so you put the C4 in his pocket and run to back there. Katia, go ahead and give me a hideous, that weird strength roll.
My unholy strength.
Unholy strength, yeah.
So I roll weird instead of tough.
Correct. And let's do, what is it usually, +3?
Yeah.
Do it +2.
9.
9. Okay, you're able to like just rip the thing open like a big old hole in a tear, like it's some kind of like cardboard, and you step through and you see Riley kind of like run in, like Betsy's still like smoking from the end, and you guys see each other.
Riley, what are you doing here? That was you?
Well, I thought I'd go for a walk, and then, I kind of found this building, and there was a lot. I came here to get you. What the hell do you think I'm doing here?
We need to get Ezekiel out.
Who the hell is Ezekiel?
Ezekiel's a really cool vampire. We're gonna save him.
What in the who now?
And
Yep.
you can see Ezekiel's standing now, and the thing is old-fashioned suit, and he still looks weak, but he's holding the side of the cage. And he's like, "We had a bargain. Help me."
I'm ripping it open, and as I stare at Riley.
Yeah, you rip it open again and help him kind of come out. And Riley, you got 1.5 vampires standing in front of you. What do you want to do? Is that whining stress noise coming from Solo?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, good.
Did they get down from the cage thing?
Not down, that's floor level. So they're standing kind of in front of you in this room, and you're in the doorway.
So they're no longer batteries currently?
Currently, yes, they are no longer batteries.
All right. So, what's your plan then? Since you all got out of here on your own.
Ezekiel says, "We need to feed to regain our strength, and then I must hide."
And then he's gonna teach me about my family, ancestors.
One step at a time.
I wish Misuki was here. Well, you know what? I got a perfect person for you to feed. He's right over there laying on the ground.
You do that in turn, and Kyle's standing there in front of you, both hands flaring, just like, and he's gonna, he's gonna hit you for 2 fire.
Cool.
Riley.
Cool. I'll take that.
Great, armor defeating.
Do I have armor?
I don't think so. Weirdly,
We gotta have a conversation.
we should. And he's like limping. You can tell he's beat up, but he's still up.
Do you need to be? I'm saying this while. Do you need to be stronger to feed on him, or I just need to make a call real quick. *69. Boom.
Kyle's leg explodes, and he like falls over and like is gasping, like in shock, and both mentally and physically shock, and just like looks at you and is like, he falls back, and you feel Ezekiel like just rush from you to the body while it's still warm, and he just sinks his teeth into his neck. Katia, do you want to even resist this roll that I'm about to make you roll?
I do not.
Awesome. All right, Riley, you see your 2 new friends go over and feed on the newly dead corpse of Kyle from the Obsidian Order. Katia, you are back at full health, full powers, ready to rock and roll. Ezekiel says,
Let's do this.
oh gosh, that's unsettling watching you wipe your mouth. Ezekiel, yeah, you got me. Ezekiel says, I'll return to my coffin. I'll contact you tomorrow and fulfill my promise. And you see him turn to mist and trail away. And now it's just you, Katia, and Riley.
Riley, did you see that? That was
You,
really
Katia,
cool.
and Riley? Is there another?
I'm too cool now.
No.
You,
No, I mean-
Katia. Right.
Yeah, you, Katia, and Riley. You're right. Sorry. And your new familiar, the leg of Kyle, just there, your faithful friend. No.
Well-
Riley, did you see that? That was really cool. He turned to mist.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Do you think
We're gonna have a
I'll be able to-
conversation. Let's go.
About what? About what?
Here's your phone. It's broken. Wasn't me. Follow me.
What the? Oh,
Q.
look, I have some messages from Detective.
Oh, that's the first priority. Okay.
Jesus.
Suki, Zach stands up and says, well, your boy Reed's probably dead by now. I don't see why we can't make it a matching set. Let's be done with this charade. And you see, Suki, you see Sophia, like, kind of look down and is like, touches the emblem on her chest and is like fiddling with it. She looks up and looks at you, Suki, and like looks at Q, looks at Zach and says, they did something. They're off. They're off. And Zach's like, what?
Oh, goody.
Suki's
Let's
gonna cock her gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does seem like it's almost not as simple as you thought it was. It's almost like we're the better hunters.
Ooh. And look, I even have the leader's sword. So I guess you take orders from me now, huh?
Sophia
Hey,
pulls out her
just-
daggers, and Zach just is like, not a chance. Flips the table, and they both start running for the door.
I run after him. I try to take a swipe on him.
Yeah, you act under pressure.
All right.
Okay.
Me too, or just Q?
Just him. He's got a flip table he's hitting.
Right.
Let's go. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, so that's going to be plus cool. My cool is +1. 11, baby.
You cut the table in half, still spinning. It lands on both sides of you. And they're almost to the door, and they're just and Zach's on the radio. Kyle, get it back online. And they're running for the SUV. Got it,
What?
Chris.
I think once, Cuvon kept the table from hitting me, I would have started firing at him.
Yeah, so go ahead and make the that kick some butt roll. You've got sights on Sophia.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
I like
Is a
that.
plus tough
Yeah.
or plus?
Yeah,
Okay.
plus stuff.
Luckily, I have a +1 to tough, and that was an 11 on the die. So this is in fact another 12.
Oh,
A
flawless.
complete success. What's the damage? What's the damage and what's the extra effect?
So the damage is 2 harm, close loud, and I'm sorry, you're gonna have to remind me of the extra effect.
The extra effects
thing.
is gain the advantage by taking +1 forward or giving it to another hunter, inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm, or force them where you want them.
I think I'm going to grant Q a +1 because that knife do pretty stuff though.
All right, great. Suki, you feel your bandana go off.
Uh-oh. Imminent danger.
Yeah, so story-wise, what happens is you hit her straight in the back, and she like reels and throws both daggers at you, because mechanically that's how monsters attack in Monster of the Week. Do you want? I'll let you act under pressure to respond to this. That's what that gives you, basically, is a quick act under pressure roll.
I'm gonna duck.
All right.
And hopefully one of those tables. All right. And I have no cool whatsoever. So that is it's still a 10. Still not bad.
Oh,
it's a
great.
6 and a 4.
Yeah. So yeah, you duck out of the way just in time, and daggers hit. One hits the table, one swings over you as you duck underneath. Q, you're running right after them. They're running for the Hummer. You see the lights go boop boop to unlock, and you're chasing them down. The door opens, and you see Zach like get to the door, then step back, and Riley steps out of the truck with Betsy. It's just like, and what do you say, Chris?
Pew pew boom boom.
Okay, are you firing, or are you just like, this is your intimidation thing?
No, I'm gonna fire. Why not?
Into the building?
Into the person, the
Into the
human
person.
being in front of him.
I was gonna say, I was like, not into the building. We're in the building.
All right, kick some butt.
I always forget.
And Katia, Chris texted me. Basically, he took you through the portal into the SUV, so you're here on site too.
Tough. I always forget. Tough. That's 8.
An 8. Yeah, you shoot him. You clip him in the leg as he tries to jump out of the way, and comes in close to push the gun down, and just gives you just a haymaker. Take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Katia, what do you like to do?
I would like to come out looking pretty cool with my long velvet trench coat, holding my do I have my sword?
Gladius? Yeah, you found it in the break room.
Okay,
Kyle was messing with it.
So with my sword, probably still with some blood on my face. Do I see anyone that I can attack?
Yeah, Sophia is there. She looks hurt.
Oh, I'm going
and
for Sophia.
she's trying to scramble away, like leave
Yeah.
the whole scene.
I want to kind of fly to her and then like slash like across her chest.
Great. Okay, do it.
So
And she sees you coming and starting to pull out more daggers from like her pouches.
So I roll plus weird because of my unholy strength instead of tough. 10.
10. Excellent. Complete success. Damage is 2 armor defeating, right?
Damage is 2 harm. Yes.
Okay, great.
Ignore.
And you get an extra effect. You want to do terrible harm, so for less
Terrible
harm?
harm.
Terrible
Terrible
harm.
harm.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so she takes 3 points of harm, and as you slash her, she like stabs you in the leg for 2 harm with her 2
So
daggers.
For 1 harm.
For 1 harm, yeah. And she does not look good. She looks unstable, and she's like kind of coughing up some blood, and she like spits it at you. Freaking nature. You're better off dead. We should have never kept you around. And go ahead.
I like I feel like Candy is just like you're the one who's taking my powers.
You're like, excuse me.
I just want to push her down with my foot.
Yeah, just push her down. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. You get your foot on her like that, Gladius, like at the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting for whatever else happens around me.
Yeah. Q, you're out here now. You're all kind of in this back alley next to the Hummer. And Riley, you hear a voice. Actually, no, Q, you hear a voice kind of like next to you down by your side. And there is a 10-year-old boy, you'd estimate, with blonde hair, wearing a very sharp suit. And he says, we'll take it from here. And there's some shimmers as 4 or 5 other Obsidian Order members in the same kind of outfit of the order you've been dealing with appear, and he says, take Zach into custody, take her to the infirmary. And they go to apprehend Zach and Sophia.
I'm gonna look at them apprehend Zach. I was like, ooh, you were lucky, buddy. You are so lucky.
He's like, yes, indeed. I believe we all experienced a bit of luck tonight. Thank you for your assistance in dealing with the internal matter. Is everyone all right?
Well, we are now, I think, right?
Never
I mean,
better.
but they almost killed me.
Yes, very regrettable. I'm so sorry about that.
What are you going to do about that?
Where are my manners?
Apprehend them and move on?
My name is Ambrose Pierce, and I'm the director of the Obsidian
You're
Order.
12. How old are you?
Much older than you, my good madam. Now,
What?
we regret that this had to happen. They were way outside of their operating parameters, and this will not happen again. They will be taken into custody and scanned magically for any long-term ill effects of the machine that they were using. Chet is currently on site with a team of science directors dismantling it. It shouldn't cause you any more trouble.
Yeah, that machine did some weird things. Well, your friend over there in that building is missing a leg. I don't know what happened.
We're quite aware of your particular talents, Mr. Reed.
That's fair.
While not the way we would have preferred it to end, a suitable end nonetheless. It may still be the end of these two. That's up for the investigation. Again, my sincerest apologies. If you ever should need the Obsidian Order again, and he hands you a business card, Q, please don't hesitate to call. And it is a completely black card on both sides with no numbers or writing.
And I take it with my left hand because my right hand is still kind of has the bastard sword like on my shoulder. Interesting.
Now, we are going to need that back.
It's my trophy from old boy over there.
Let's come to an arrangement. You may retain the sword. Think of it as an advance. Perhaps we could do business in the future. This city is currently without the protection of the Order.
It has the protection of us.
Precisely. Perhaps I could consider you contractors.
I'll look to my team.
Work for hire, Uber, Fiverr, you get the idea.
We'll talk about it.
Indeed. Contact me anytime, or perhaps I'll contact you first. I think we have everything sorted here. Gentlemen, ladies. good night.
Before you go, maybe fix that table inside if you can. I have a friend. This was kind of like a favor.
We'll have Magic Division get on it. Don't worry.
Thanks.
Of course. By your leave. And everyone goes kind of like ghostly disappears, and he walks into a deep shadow and doesn't come out.
So first and foremost, calling dibs because I still got the keys.
They did not take the Hummer. You're right.
Suki, we have to go get your cards, and it's
Should be pretty easy to go get it.
I know. That's a quick. That's a good trick.
And that is the end of this mystery. And we can finally ask our end of session questions. End of mystery questions.
Oh boy.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Yes, we did. What was it?
Who are those guys that keep killing people?
Yes. Who is the Obsidian Order, and what's their deal?
Who was that?
Great. Did
And about the vampires.
And
Yes,
about the vampires.
that's true.
And the werewolf, honestly.
That's very true. Did
out
we
who
save
trouble is.
someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Katia doesn't count because she's yes. Ezekiel does count though. However, yes, good. Did we learn something new and important about the world? Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Oh yeah.
I think so. Yeah, like that church scene was profound.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things we learned for that. So everyone can mark 2 experience. Quavon,
Yes.
I level up.
on your character sheet, your playbook, there's a part that says your mission. Do you see that part?
Yeah.
What does it say right now?
My current mission, you are here to fight the seams of an adversary.
Okay, that is no longer your mission. The last one in that list now is your mission. One of the other hunters has a crucial role to play in the events to come. You must prepare them for that role and protect them at any cost.
Oh, crud.
Quavon,
Criminy.
as soon as Ambrose leaves, you feel a change inside of you. You feel a little oomph of power.
Does it feel familiar?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just try to blink. Like, I'm not gonna go anywhere, just...
Yeah, just like 5 feet to the left or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you angel wings, and you're there.
They're back! Ah! Ah! And this is like the first time like you've actually seen Q like really happy because he's normally like really like just like serious all the time. And he'll literally grab one of his like wings of light. Oh! Oh!
But they only show up while he's teleporting, so he's just like bamfing around, like hugging the wing the whole time. And Katia, you can mark on your sheet if you like that you have a new contact, Ezekiel, who will be staying in town for a few days to recuperate before continuing on his journey. Because, as he said, this is a forbidden zone. He doesn't like being here any more than the next vampire, but he needs to recuperate, and then he also made a promise to you.
I'd like to retire. I'm kidding.
Okay, so you're joking, but that is a move on your
It
playbook.
is.
And you absolutely could do that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you told me no before. No,
Dear God, don't do that. Riley's great.
Yeah.
Mark 2, the basic moves is advanced. So how does that?
Okay, so let's get into it. So the advanced moves, I'm looking for them now. So basically, the advanced moves are going to be on the quick reference sheet. So if you were to mark up to advance,
Like kick some butt.
kick some butt.
Got it.
It says advanced on a 12 plus. With this as an advanced move, instead, pick instead an enhanced effect. So when you do a complete success for kick some butt, if this was the advanced move, you could either completely hold the advantage and give all the hunters +1 moving forward. You could suffer no harm. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm, or your attack drives the enemy away in a rout. So it's improved versions of all those things you could
So
select
I just
before.
picked 2 of those.
I think no. You can pick 2 moves to be advanced. So if you want kick some butt to be advanced, do that. And then every time you get a 12 plus, choose your effect like normal. Then you also could choose, say, act under pressure as an advanced move, and that has its own stuff.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 of your basic moves as advanced.
I'll probably do kick some butt and read a bad situation.
Read a bad, like you need help with that. So on an advanced read a bad situation, you may ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the ones listed below.
Okay.
Anyone else level up?
I did.
You did? You have an idea what you want to take, Suki?
I do. This is my 5th level up, so I get advanced improvements next level up, correct?
So this is your 5th one. That means now it's unlocked to you for the next time you upgrade. Yeah.
For the next time. Great. I think I'm gonna get a mystical library.
Ooh.
I think Sunset House needs a little bit of reading nook, a breakfast,
That's great.
A magic breakfast nook.
Mm-hmm. You know a great place to get more magical books?
Oh yeah, Sunny's.
Pawn shop.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That'd
gonna
be
go
a
see
great
my
contact.
buddy.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Anyone else level up? No. All right.
I do have a quick question though, Keeper. I wrote something in our chat like who knows how long ago about me training Suki and Kat. Does this new mission have anything to do with that?
You training them a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was a much longer episode than normal. It had 10 parts. Not my intention, but that's how it worked out because there was a lot of moving parts and cool things. So for episode 6, which is next week, I'm going to endeavor to make that a smaller story. So that's something we can resolve in, like 3 episodes-ish. And then beyond that, we'll see what goes on. But man, there's a lot of really great loose threads that you guys can pull on. There's Maxwell somewhere out in the base. You guys said that there was the family of the werewolf, the Fernandezes. There's something going on with the spirit or the body of Eubank. You've got Ezekiel as a new contact for you, Katia, and a burgeoning relationship with Detective Grant. There's also some stuff in that code book, Riley, that you could look at as well. So there's a lot of little things that you guys can investigate.
Do we have a new HQ?
You also have, it seems like at least the location. You haven't checked out to see what the Obsidian Order took from the old location, but you do have the sword and you do have their SUV at least, which appears to be still linked for now to those other locations. And I'll go ahead and tell you this now. Chet is staying in town.
Yes.
That's for you, Riley.
He's got to help me with the portal thing and like decide which way is going what. And I want one to go to the bathroom. I want one to go.
Just all places in your own home.
I don't want to walk anymore.
Portal.
Depending on which way you roll off the bed, you end up in a different room. Like you're Thomas Jefferson, which is a Monticello joke. And also Kyle is the one that set the portals, not Chet. So that might be problematic.
Kyle's the one that I blew up and then they ate him.
Yeah, he you are 1,000% sure he's dead. So that's it for episode 5, The Order, for the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game here on Fable 42. Please join us next Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, right here on Twitch at Fable 42. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please share it to do a throwback. Keep circulating the tapes, as it were. And Albuquerque is a weird place. Let's keep it that way.